Invitational. This afternoon's game features the visitors from Cristo and your Titans of Trinity. First, let's meet the starting lineup for Cristo Ray. Starting at guard, Lamar Walters. Starting at forward, Mark Turner. Starting forward, Kayvon Kelly Humphreys. Starting forward, Kofi Williams. Starting guard, Tyshawn Lewis. And now, the starting lineup for your Titans of Trinity. Number 12, junior Luke Fisher. Number 14, senior DJ Covington. Number 23, junior Leland Coleman. Number 33, a sophomore, Alex Jagan. And number 40, junior Carter Shuma. Titans coached by Andrew Blazer. And now, please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, welcome to this afternoon's TESPN broadcast, the home opener for boys basketball semifinal here of the Travis Invitational. I am Rick Hamlin, joined by
Sam Gorey, senior.
Sam, great to have you, Mr. Class of 2022, your inaugural broadcast as well. A lot of firsts today. First home game of the season for the Titans, first home game for the Andrew Blazer era. The Titans' new coaching staff being led by Coach Blazer and his home debut coming over from James River High School. And Titans did play 2 nights ago over at Stewart School in a hard-fought back-and-forth game. Came up just short against the talented Stewart team, but definitely excited to see these guys in action for the first time as they host Cristo Ray.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited for this. You know, this Trinity team has pretty much zero varsity experience due to the what was it, 11 people leaving 2 years ago? 13 people leaving the varsity team?
Well, yeah, we had it was not 9 seniors, and then obviously last year with COVID, didn't really get to play. Had a couple, I would call scrimmages, but certainly no fans in the stands. So definitely, pretty much a brand new group to the varsity level. Although some of these guys have certainly been part of the program for years, including fifth-year player DJ Covington, who's been here since the 8th grade.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited to see how DJ plays today. As he just
Fights
almost
for
pulls
a
down that
rebound,
rebound,
but a nice job there by Cristo Ray. Alex Chaikin with his first shot of the game, and it's going to be a travel there by Cristo Ray. That rebound was, Cristo Ray, we actually don't have jersey numbers for them, so not quite sure who put in that rebound.
well, we do know who's bringing the ball up here. Luke Fisher seems to be the starting point guard for these Titans.
Yeah, one thing we'll look for is Trey Ferguson, who's not playing yet, but he's going to be another option at guard.
Yeah, no, this team is pretty guard heavy, so
yeah.
I'm curious to see what the rotations are looking like. They definitely are going to play a lot of small ball this year. They got a lot of talent at guard, so.
Yeah, Leland Coleman looks to penetrate that 2-3 zone there, but his shot comes up a little bit short, and Cristo Ray brings it across as we are still scoreless. And that ball is going to go out of bounds to the Titans. And got our early timeout call here.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to, get his guys calmed down. Probably not executing how they want them to come out. Probably going to give them tips on how to beat the zone, get some points on that board.
Yeah, absolutely, Sam. So, yeah, a minute 20 into the game, no score yet. Coach Blazer drawing something up here, and I do think the first possession got a really good look with the ball reversal and Chaikin with a good look at a three, which is kind of one of the things that's his specialty. Second possession, Leland Coleman was able to get into the zone with the one-handed runner, but neither team able to scratch yet in the semifinal game, and the winner of this game will play in tomorrow night's Travis Invitational Championship.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one for sure. It's a classic.
Yeah, and they'll be facing the winner of the Catholic High School versus Churchill Academy game that's going to be coming up a little bit later today. So Fisher brings it across, run a double screen action for Chaikin, and then get it in to Leland Coleman, whose layup is just a little bit long. And it's a three-pointer that sails over, and DJ Covington brings it up.
Luke Fisher bringing it in. Nice elbow shot. Gets it down.
Luke Fisher, first points on the board, gets the Titans out to the 2-0 lead.
Luke really just has a good knack for scoring. He just knows how to get the ball in the hole.
Well, he does, and that's why I mentioned Trey Ferguson a minute ago, because I do think Luke would also love to be able to play off the ball some, as Chaikin unable to connect with that three. And one thing, I having seen as many Trinity games as I have over the years, I think a lot of times players in their first game in front of the home fans do get a little nervous, a little tight.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And with Chaikin there missing 2 open threes, I think those are the kind of shots that he's accustomed to hitting. But I remember even Trinity legend Jason Wade in his first home game was like 1 for 15 from the field. And I asked him, what happened? And he, obviously we knew he was a great player. He's like, man, I was just so nervous. And, it's funny to think that even guys that talented can get nervous, as Luke Fisher is called for a travel there. I guess he picked up his pivot foot just a little bit early.
Yeah, no, the nerves will definitely get to, but hopefully after the opening minutes of this game, they can calm down, kind of get a grasp, just realize it's playing basketball, it's what they do, and just do their thing.
Yeah, the Titans go with a 1-2-2 full court press here, and then drop back into a man-to-man. Three-pointer in and out, and that's the third rebound already for DJ Covington.
It's also the second time he's brought the ball up, so he's playing as a point forward for this team, which I like to see.
Well, that's one thing I always like for a guy. If he can get a defensive rebound and is capable of bringing it up himself, to go ahead and do that.
And really speed up the pace of the whole offense.
Shot clock down to 7 here. And it's going to be a
Another
third
three for
attempt from Chaikin. And
can't get it down, but Shuma with the putback gets the foul.
yeah, Carter Schumer's the guy that is a real glue guy. Looking forward to watching him this year. Great baseball player, but Schumer will be the guy who does those little things, the picks, the rebounds, taking charges, diving on the floor for loose balls. And here he's going to have an opportunity to shoot a couple free throws, and he makes it.
The first one. No, yeah, he's definitely a gritty player. Shuma misses the second rebound. Cristo Ray's bringing the ball up the floor. Trinity drops back into the man-to-man defense.
Yeah, so 3-0 here. And I mean, the Titans have done a good job defensively preventing Cristo Ray from getting good looks. That's a pretty good long two attempt, but Shuma with another rebound.
Gets the Fishers bringing the ball up the floor. Kicks it out to DJ, goes baseline, gets cut off, back to Shuma's top, swings it over to Leland Coleman for three, which is off. Cristo Ray brings the ball up the floor. Trinity is still sticking with this man-to-man defense. Oh, DJ. A little too much there, draws the foul.
That's going to be the first foul on the Titans.
So, it's like the Titans are. Oh, I think it was a missed call right there.
Shuma might have got away with the foul, and Cristo Ray gets on the board for their first 2 points of the game. And as we hit the midway point of quarter number one, it's 3-2. Good deflection there as well by Cristo Ray to put it out for a sideline out of bounds.
Here we go, DJ inbounding the ball into Leland Coleman down on the block, gets doubled, turns the ball over. Cristo Ray's on the break. Nice move by number 15. Don't have his name, but takes the lead for Cristo Ray.
We're working on getting numbers match with names for the Royals.
Yep.
And just get it across the 10-second line before. And Fisher sped up a little bit there, and his shot is long.
Misses the floater. Cristo Ray bringing it down. Titans sticking to their man-to-man. It's like Cristo Ray's getting into one of their sets. Number one out wide on the wing. High ball screen. 33 from the block. Gets it good.
Yeah, that's a 6-0 run for the Royals. And Titans just, I mean, we've gotten good looks, just not able to score.
A lot of the nerves are kicking in. First home game for pretty much everyone for the varsity level. So,
yeah,
shaking down to the hole.
And that was well defended.
Cristo Ray with a
block there by
DJ with a mean block. You know, DJ Covington really seems to be the leader of this team out there. Fifth-year senior, you know, just playing hard. You know, even on the foul, you could just tell DJ wants to win this game.
Oh, absolutely. Good box out there by Luke Fisher, and it's going to be, well, I'm not seeing a signal yet which way it's going. I mean, I was going to say it's pretty clear that was out on Cristo Ray. So, all right.
No, it's
well, he pointed.
It's like Cristo Ray ball. So the ref pointed to the.
I'm a little confused considering it clearly went out on Cristo Ray, and they pointed to Trinity.
Luke Fisher's body language looked like he knocked it out. So maybe.
I mean, I'm looking at the replay here. I don't think so. I think. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It is going to be Cristo Ray ball, and you still got to make a stop. I mean, the official clearly signaled that it was white ball, but.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
So, yeah,
now there's a clock issue?
Well, I just had to reset the shot clock since it is ball hit the rim. So, Cristo Ray looks to get it back to the inbounder. And that's going to be a travel. And
it's the third travel of this first quarter, so it's been not the prettiest basketball. But.
No, but that's a classic when it was out of bounds. They honestly didn't know who it went out on, and it's one of those where they're looking for the first opportunity just to find any nitpick thing they can call to give it back to the Titans, and they do that there. So first sub of the game, Colin Edsel checks in for Carter Schuma. Edsel, the junior, one of the taller players on the Titan team, and this 2-3 zone is giving the Titans a little bit of fits. But I mean, I think if Alex Chaikin or Luke Fisher can hit a three, or DJ, it could open up that defense a little bit. But
they forced another turnover, which has been an issue for the Titans in the first game. Hopefully it doesn't continue, but they need to get, a little more crisp with their passes.
Yeah, no doubt. Edsel does a good job there, cutting off the ball handler and showing some quickness on the perimeter, which isn't necessarily in the past what he's been more comfortable protecting the basket. But this time Edsel does get kind of blown by, but he's changed the shot enough to force a miss, and
Chaikin gets the rebound,
brings it across.
The ball up. Fisher coming into the paint, finds DJ in the corner, goes baseline. Tough look, doesn't get it to go, but Leland with the putback.
And timeout Titans, and we'll take a quick timeout as well on the 30-second timeout, and we'll be right back. Here in the first quarter, which I mean, you're nearly 7 minutes into the game, only scored 5 points. I mean, coach is really trying to get them going. And there's DJ Covenant able to get his hands on the ball, but not quite able to secure it. Great effort by Chaikin, and he saves to Colin Edsel.
DJ's just been high effort all of this first quarter, really making impact plays.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's another turnover. This 2-3 zone has really caused more problems than you would expect early on. But I think you're exactly right, Sam. DJ is clearly kind of the emotional and verbal leader of the team, and it's great to see his efforts. Just got to get everybody else on the same page as the Titans drop back into the man-to-man after putting some initial pressure on. That's a good backdoor cut.
Another good look from Cristo Rey. They're just really a well-executed team, well-coached.
Yeah.
I think they're executing their game plan pretty well.
Yeah, no question. They get a good trap here on the corner. And that's the thing about this 2-3 zone is a good effort by Colin Edsel over to Leland. Coleman for two. Great job there by Edsel. That's a 4-point swing. But I was going to say, usually people think of the 2-3 zone as kind of a passive defense, but Cristo Rey has played it very aggressively and trapped the corners.
Another block from DJ.
Well, I do think, this first quarter with 20 seconds to go, DJ's kind of been the player of the quarter, even though I don't think he scored, but he's just providing that leadership by example,
making winning plays.
Yeah, that's
on both sides of the ball.
That's very well put. So shot clock off here as we approach the 15-second mark of quarter number one. And
curious to see what they get into.
Down to 3 on the clock. A long 3 is off the mark. And Carter Schumer with a good box out. And we go at the end of the first quarter. Cristo Rey Royals 8, Trinity Episcopal Titans 7. And was able to get a few names matched with numbers here for Cristo Rey. So that's something that'll help us going forward here. But Sam, from that first quarter, I mean, clearly some jitters, shot percentage obviously not very high for either team, but what are some things that you saw as keys to the first quarter?
I think the energy's been high for both teams on both sides of the ball, but I think the Titans have been struggling to execute their game plan. They're turning the ball over too much, They just got to get their jitters out. They've gotten a couple good looks that haven't gone, so if they can get some of those to knock down, cut down on some turnovers, I think they'll be in good shape.
Yeah, exactly. You hear, in the NBA, they sometimes say it's a make or miss league, but I mean, at all levels of basketball, Alex Shakin, who's clearly an excellent shooter, missed 3 wide open threes where if those go in,
Titans got the lead right
yeah,
now.
exactly, and everybody's feeling a lot different. So I don't think you can get, it's not time to panic. Keep getting ball reversals, but they got to take better care of the ball. With too many turnovers. And then for Cristo Ray, to their credit, they've been so active in their 2-3 zone, getting hands on balls and trapping the corners. So the second quarter, I think we see the Titans come out back with the starting 5 that started the game, and really interested to see if they can just string a couple baskets together in a row.
Yeah, that'll be huge coming into the second quarter. You don't want to go down into half after it's not being able to execute all half, have no momentum.
Yeah, and there's a turnover for Cristo Ray right in front of the Titan student section, as I think maybe a little bit of impact to the students on top of you there.
They're letting them hear it right now.
No question, and I tell you that the amount of times I've seen those kind of turnovers where you just feel like you're being guarded by 50 people instead of just one out there. And the Royals stick with their zone, and this is going to be a good look for Chaikin. He needs one of these to go down, and
not his night so far.
No, and they've all been close. I mean, it's not like he's wildly missing. He's just a little off, and a good take there for the Royals. That's number 22, Mark Turner, there with the bucket.
Yeah, puts them up 3. Still a one-possession game.
Yeah, good look by Leland Coleman, but just a little late as good steal by Turner, but then the Royals turn it right back over, again, right in front of that student section. And
they're sure to remind him.
Yeah, exactly. Gabe DuBois coming in for the first time. Chaikin getting a break. And I see assistant coach Shane Burnett just talking to Alex, and I think, trying to keep his confidence up. We know Alex had a great game over at Stewart the other night, and as DuBois turns it over. Good block by DJ.
With a third block.
Really good block by DJ.
DJ's really the fan favorite here. Personally, I think DJ is one of the best players in the country. So,
yeah. What country is that? Well, maybe this one, because there's another
steal from
DJ. Stuffing the stat sheet, and there's another stat that he's not going to like, a turnover. But
not quite.
Cristo Ray not able to hang on, so DJ caught a little bit of a break there. But
I think he was just so excited with those 2 plays he just made. He had to go up with it.
Well, and that's one thing. I mean, as much as the shots haven't fallen, Titans have been solid defensively, and that's what's kept them in this game. It's good execution on the inbounds, and I like that Chaikin's still shooting. I mean, for this team to win, he's got to be able to feel that he has that green light. It's just going to take one to go down, and then you're going to see a lot more go down. So, big picture, I'm not at all worried. But in the short term here in the second quarter, we need to see Chaikin make one. So shot clock down to 10 here.
Almost another turnover right in front of the Titan student section.
Yeah, good D by Shuma to cut him off.
It's a tough shot.
That is a tough shot. Another rebound for DJ.
One-hand pass.
Good look ahead, but
another turnover.
Luke Fisher didn't secure it. Luke looking a little frustrated there, but I thought that pass was one he perhaps could have handled. So Titans go back to that 1-2-2 full court press.
It's been working pretty well so far.
Yeah, they haven't gotten like an immediate steal that led to a basket, but it's at least disrupted Cristo Ray's rhythm.
Cristo Ray hasn't really scored out of any sets as much as they have off on turnovers in the fast break, so their set defense is going pretty well, but their turnovers are just killing them right now.
DJ yet another rebound, and now Leland Coleman's going to bring it up the court.
Quarterback Jack Toscano is absolutely loving it right now.
Well, that's one of the things that's so cool about this school is, like, the athletes supporting each other from different sports, and you love to see it. Great job there by DJ to free up Chaikin for the shot, and I see Alex shake his head there like, I can't believe I'm missing these shots, but he just can't get frustrated.
You gotta wonder.
It's going to come. And good rebound for Carter Shuma. He's been a beast on the boards
You
early.
got to wonder if Chaikin's getting a little shaking with all these misses right now, First home varsity game's got to be nerve-wracking after a couple of missed threes. It might be in his head a little bit, so we'll see how he responds.
Yeah, no question. I mean, the Titans right now, We don't have official stats, but I mean, I know we've made 3 field goals and probably have shot 25.
Oh.
So, you know, let's say it is 3 for 25. That's 12%. I mean, we're just not hitting shots that.
You can't win basketball games shooting 12.
No, but it'd be one thing if they were throwing up crazy shots. I mean, for the most part, they've gotten good looks. Coleman here looks to use some strength, and he does wrestle his way and is able to get 2. And it's the first bucket for the Titans in a little while here. Timeout, Cristo Rey. It's going to be a full timeout. So 10-9. We got 4:21 to go in the first half. And that was a big bucket. I mean, just to break that seal, I mean, I think was the first points of the second quarter for the Titans, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. You know, puts them just behind 1 despite their terrible shooting.
Yeah,
They've had great defense.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was 8-7 at the end of the first. So far each team with just 2 points each here in the second quarter. But and even though I know the Titans did play on Wednesday night at Stewart, it kind of has all the look of just a classic first game with just some jitters, some unforced turnovers, and the shots not falling. However, that's the negative part. On the positive side, though, the effort has been great. The defense has been excellent. And right now, the question for me is which of these teams is just going to string a few baskets together in a row. I don't think either team has led by more than 3. So there's been 0 separation. So it's just a matter of, if you're the Titans or Cristo Rey for that matter, a score, a stop, a score, a stop, a score, and then that's how you're going to start to build that momentum.
No, yeah, I agree with you. I'm also curious, so once we get into the second half, what the rotations will look like for Cristo Rey.
Yeah.
They
bench.
They have a short bench, so I'm not sure how much depth they have, how much they're going to rotate, but we'll see how it goes with the energy levels. Maybe
a bunch of subs in for the first time for the Titans. Griffin Wright and Connor Simonson.
Getting their first varsity minutes. Nice to see.
Yeah, I think Griffin maybe got a little bit of run at Stewart, but certainly on the home floor.
For sure.
As Cristo Rey going with the classic flex offense here. And they're going to have a shot clock violation, so nice job there by the D. And I do think, good energy provided by Griffin Wright, Connor Simonson. We got Gabe DuBois back in. He appeared briefly in the first quarter.
Looks like Griffin Wright's going to be taking the ball up.
Yeah, one thing that, is nice to see just from a program standpoint is all 5 of these guys in the court were on the JV team 2 years ago. So, you like to see that continuity. And these guys have played together, just not at this level.
I do like these subs. Griffin Wright's been playing point guard his whole life.
Yeah.
So with all these turnovers, hopefully he can, rein in the offense a little bit, plays the role of the maestro, and see how
exactly.
see how we fare.
He's going to get a chance for a shot here and just off. But anyone who watched any of our soccer broadcasts this fall knows how much I love Griffin Wright just as a competitor. As Turner looks for a 3, but
no, yeah, he's definitely got one of the highest motors out of any high school player I've seen.
Yeah, absolutely. Good pass there by Leland Coleman on the reversal to Gabe DuBois, and Gabe knocks down a 3. That's the first 3 the Titans have hit today, and probably over 10 attempts.
I think Gabe might be one of the most underrated shooters on this team.
Very skilled player. He also got a lot of speed.
A lot of length too. He's a pretty good guard.
Yeah, where Gabe may struggle a little bit is on the defensive end, which you saw there, him pick up the foul, although he didn't think so. But, Gabe's got a really high skill level, and like I said, he's quick and can shoot the ball. And you just saw that shooting ability there, making that 3-pointer. But you got the leading scorer for Cristo Rey here thus far, and that is number 22, Mark Turner, as he has led the way for the Royals.
He's definitely a really solid player. Warm-ups, he was throwing down some dunks before the refs got down here. But he's definitely been leading Cristo Rey thus far.
Yeah, he's going to be off on that one, and a good rebound by Leland Coleman. So the Titans clinging to a 1-point lead here. And Alex Chaikin comes back in the game for Simonton. And, Sam, I think it's just a matter of time till Chaikin against this 2-3 zone is able to hit one. And then I think once he hits one, you're going to see him hit more. As Leland Coleman too strong on the elbow jumper. There's a blow by and a bucket as the Royals retake the lead.
Take advantage of some blown coverage right there.
Yeah, that was Lamar Walters able to get to the rack and put Cristo Del Rey back on top. And Carter Schuma, yeah, he wasn't able to get it. And it's a couple possessions I didn't love as much. And Schuma this time, nice rebound and a great outlet pass to Leland Coleman. And Leland goes strong. He is going to get fouled, and I think they're going to say it was on the floor before the shot.
Yeah, it looked like he was gathering himself.
Yeah.
But not going up quite yet. So.
Yeah, Leland's trying to say he was shooting, but I don't think it really. I agree. I don't think he really ever got it up there, above his waist.
It's like DJ and Colin Edsel are coming in the game for Griffin Wright and Carter Schuma.
Gabe DuBois also coming out, as well as Alex Chaikin. So really some wholesale changes. DJ Covington back in, as well as Luke Fisher. And it's going to be another timeout as we're about to have a 5-second violation. So it's going to be the third timeout called here by the Titans in the first half. I can tell Coach Blazer frustrated that he had to burn that timeout, but also didn't want to lose possession. All right, so just under 2 minutes to go till halftime. 13-12, Cristo Rey. And like I was saying, I think if either Alex Chaikin can make a three and just open the basket up for him, or Luke Fisher, or if they can get Leland Coleman going around the rim, it's going to take, just some consistency offensively. And right now, everything kind of looks like a slog for both teams.
Yeah, no, it's definitely been not your prettiest basketball game, but it's still fun to watch. A lot of high energy still. Maybe not just as much as there was in the first quarter, home opener. There's always going to be a buzz to that. But if these Titans can get some consistency down, start getting into a rhythm, hitting the good looks that they've been continuing to get, I think they'll be in good shape.
Yeah, so going to have an opportunity for the underneath inbounds here. And it's going to be Luke Fisher to throw it in. Nice pass to Leland Coleman for two. Great inbounds play there, drawn up by Coach Blazer. And that puts the Titans back on top.
Is that Leland's second or third?
I think his third bucket of the game. So I think he is the leading scorer with 6.
And Titans just took the lead despite giving up the foul on the other end. Is that their first or second lead of the night?
Yeah, I think we had the lead at the beginning, 3-0 with the first bucket, and then the free throw by Carter Schuma. Lost the lead, got it back at 12-11, and then lost it again. And right now it's settling into a pattern of kind of trading the lead as Cristo Rey able to tie it up on that free throw, and they'll look to go back ahead here. But he misses the second. Colin Edsel brings down the board, and they're not going to take the lead. We're going to be tied all up at 14. Inside out, Leland back to Luke Fisher. No, but a good rebound by Edsel. Back out to DJ for 3. That one's off, and that's a good rebound.
Two good looks from the Titans. Just once again, can't get in the fall.
Yeah, and that's an and one. Great take to the basket there. That was Lamar Walters with the and one. All right, Jack Coyle checking in for the first time as Chaikin's going to come out again. That foul was on Colin Edsel, his second foul of the first half. And Walters looking to extend the Royals lead to 3. And he does, so 17-14.
That was a great play right there by Walters. He's been one of the better players for Cristo Rey, really both sides on the floor tonight. So
good move by Colin Edsel for 2, and the assist to Leland Coleman. I like seeing that from Edsel. Nice drop step. Now Edsel.
So he tried to take a charge there.
Yeah, he looks surprised, but that was definitely a foul. I mean, you got to go down there if you're going to try and get the charge, Colin. So slid under him for the for the blocking foul, which I believe is going to be the third foul on Edsel. And it's going to put Walters back at the line where he just connected on a free throw just a minute ago. So we have exactly 1 minute to go in the first half. And Walters hits again. Carter Schuma checking back in for Edsel. And Walters hits them both. And now Cristo Ray going to call a timeout.
Looks like Walters might have been limping off the floor there. You see that?
Yeah, he's played well. He looks to be definitely limping, something maybe ankle.
Be shaken up, you know. Colin Edsel's a big kid, you know.
That's true. Yeah, I think they did. It may have been Edsel's knee into Walters' thigh. And let me tell you, as you know, Sam, I've experienced Colin Edsel's knee in my thigh a few times out there playing pickup soccer or back on the JV soccer days. And Colin Edsel's knees are like a weapon, as well as his elbows. So I think Walters will be able to shake it off. I don't think it's an injury so much as a Charlie horse, but that doesn't mean it hurts any less.
Yeah, it looks like he's still out there, so can't be too shaken up.
Yeah, and as you mentioned earlier, Cristo Ray not a particularly deep team, only 9 players on the roster, and I think a couple of them have not really even gotten in. So
got a couple Titans checking in for the first time tonight. Seniors Cole Pridgeon and Jack Hoyle.
Yep. Now Cristo Ray looks to put a little pressure on, and Luke Fisher traveled as he looked to split that trap, but picked up that pivot foot.
Yeah, he had Hoyle way down the floor open, but he didn't see him.
Well, and that's where I do think that getting Trey Ferguson will help. Just have another ball handler and Trey in street clothes today. All right, so Titans going zone here as they employ a 2-3 zone.
It's interesting changing it up because they haven't given too many looks up.
No.
From the just when they're picking up in the defensive sets, but giving up at least half or maybe even the majority of their points off their turnovers and fast break situations.
No, that's a great point, and that was a foul on Jack Hoyle on the floor. But I think the man-to-man defense has been good, but also I do like coming out of a timeout, a different look, and now they've gone back man, and Luke Fisher gets a hand to it. He is not going to be able to save it, but it is going to force Cristo Ray to go the length of the floor. But I think what you saw there, Sam, is coming out of that timeout, just one possession of zone, just to give them a different look. A lot of times as a coach will draw up a play during the timeout. So if they're expecting man, you go zone, and that basically throws off the play. So now the Titans going back to the full court pressure back into zone. So they do stick with the zone here. And a wide open 3 as Cole Pridgeon did not get out on the shooter there.
You know, that's what will happen when you're in the zone. Sometimes you just give up those good looks from outside, and if they can make you pay, that's what'll beat you.
That's going to make it through to Coleman, who got called for a travel. So we got 2.5 seconds until the half. And Cristo Ray is going to get an opportunity to get off a last-second shot here. And they don't even try because he caught it too far away from the basket. So, halftime. Tough first half for the Titans shooting-wise. Didn't get a lot of threes to go. A few turnovers there at the end as well. So, 22-16, the halftime score as Cristo Ray comes in and able to take that halftime lead. We'll take a quick break here, and we'll come back in about 5 minutes, talk about what the Titans maybe are going to look to do to adjust for the second half, and bring you what promises to be an exciting second half of action. We'll be back in a few. All right, welcome back as we get ready to start second half action here. First half, Titans just didn't shoot it well. They moved the ball pretty well, defended well, got a lot of loose balls. Effort was there, just shots weren't falling, Sam. And Titans come into the second half trailing by 6, 22-16. What do you think is the key to try and turn this thing around?
I think it's by far definitely their turnover problem, which is carrying over from their first game over at Stewart. You know, a lot of missed opportunities due to just them turning the ball over and also giving up a bunch of points on the other end in the fast break. So I think if they can cut down on the turnovers and really just execute their offensive game plan, then they should have no problem being able to come back and compete. But if they keep turning the ball over, keep being sloppy, they're not going to win this game.
Yeah, and like I said in the first half, I think in a game like this where both teams, frankly, are struggling a little bit on the offensive end, what you have to do is string a few possessions together in a row. In the game of basketball, especially now with the 30-second shot clock, you can score 6-8 points in a minute. But sometimes it just takes seeing the ball go through the basket a couple times to open things up. And unfortunately, I don't know that the Titans ever scored on 2 consecutive possessions. So a lot of it's just a rhythm thing and a momentum thing.
Yeah, I'm also curious to see if Alex Chaikin can get going after having such a good game in the season opener against Stewart.
Yeah, no question.
Hasn't been able to knock a 3 down yet, but
well, I am going to continue to predict that he will not only knock 1 down, but once he knocks 1 down, he'll knock more down. And maybe it's going to happen right here. No, just off again. And like I said before, it's not like he's missing them by much, just a little bit off. Yeah. So hopefully we'll see 1 go down, and like I said, that'll open things up for him. But the Royals look to hit a ball reversal here, and they hit a 3, and that's going to extend the lead out to 9.
yeah, no, that's been a pretty good start to the half. Short as it's been.
Here it is, Chaikin again and again, same thing, just a little off. DJ Covington with the offensive rebound, but not able to connect. And
student section's begging for a foul, but
yeah, looked clean to me. And there's another 3, and that's off the mark. Going to be out of bounds. 2.
Chaikin just couldn't quite come down with that one.
Yeah.
At some point, if you were a head coach for the Titans for a while, if Chaikin continues to miss, are you gonna, try to look elsewhere or just keep letting him shoot? What would you do in this situation?
Yeah, no, I mean he is he's got to keep shooting. I think it's a legitimate question. I totally understand what you're saying, but this team needs Alex Chaikin to make open threes. I don't suggest he should force anything, as that's another good bucket by Cristo Ray. I don't think he should force bad shots, but as long as he's getting good looks, he has to keep taking them.
Yeah, I agree.
It's because one of our best chances to score, but also for his own confidence. You can't have the coaches telling him, that he shouldn't be shooting. And good rebound there by DJ. That was big, because the last thing the Titans need is to get further behind here.
Yep. They're already down with the biggest deficit of the game so far at 11 points. So.
Yeah. So now Cristo Ray looking to spread it out, run a little bit of clock. And the 3 is off the mark, but long rebound comes back out top. And they'll get a fresh 30 seconds here. And that 3 is no good, but a good rebound by Carter Schuma. Fisher, nice pass to DJ Covington for 2. Looks like it could have been an and 1, but definitely a good 2-point bucket. And then a steal by Chaikin. And he makes the layup. And that might be what it takes to get him going. He's only pretty much shot 3s. Yeah, exactly. But that layup could be just what he needs to take the pressure off. And we talked about putting 2 possessions in a row. There you go. That was 4 points in a very short time span.
Yeah, it was a quick 4-point swing from 2 of the leaders on this team, DJ and Alex. So if those 2 guys can get going, that'll be really, really good for the Titans here.
Yeah, that was really encouraging. And I do think a smart play by Cristo Ray here to bring it out and run some clock and try and take away some of that momentum. but they don't score. Got a pretty good look from the free throw line. And now Luke Fisher pushes. Leland Coleman forces a tough one, not able to get the roll. And
Jay couldn't quite grab that rebound.
yeah, it's a tough shot by Leland. He maybe was looking to draw a foul, but again, it's about stringing baskets together, and I think that would have been a nice opportunity to do so.
Real nice pass into the inside.
It was
right
a good
there.
little pocket pass. Good rebound by Leland Coleman there. He's going to bring it up himself. Chaikin and Fisher fill the wings, and a little short. But no, again, to your point, I think Alex has to keep shooting. Now that one he was open, but it was a little bit out of rhythm and off the dribble. We've seen him be maybe a little more comfortable in the catch and shoot situation. So as much as I think he should keep shooting,
smart shots.
That one maybe wasn't the best shot when you're not feeling it. Off the dribble, one pass and a shot. I'd maybe rather see a ball reversal there. But he did just see that layup go through the hole, like you mentioned, and maybe it only takes making one to be feeling it.
Yeah. At this point, I feel like he's got to be due for a make, just being such the good shooter that he is.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And again, late shot clock situation.
Tough look.
They do get it off, but offensive rebound is. That ball went right by Cole Pridgeon's head. He was kind of looking up the court and not aware of where the ball was. Good job there by Carter Schuma, though, to get a steal. And Pridgeon did well there to hold his ground. Luke Fisher is fouled hard. And that's when Luke Fisher, I think, is at his best, when he's attacking the middle of the defense, getting into the lane. Luke also has not seen the ball go through the basket a lot today, but he's a guy that can score in bunches. Luke, at the JV level a couple years ago, had
a couple 30-point games.
Yeah, exactly. Multiple 30-point games.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, he's just got a knack for scoring. So, really, if any of these scorers can get going, Trinity will be in good shape.
Yeah, exactly. And after Cristo Rey scored their first two possessions of the second half, they've gone cold. And that's a good thing, because this could have gotten almost out of reach if they had hit a couple shots. But now it's right back where we started at half of the 6-point deficit, as the Titans have scored 5 straight. Covington for 2, Chaikin for 2, and now Fisher for just the 1. But Cole Pridgeon uses his height to get a good rebound, gets it back out to Fisher, and the run gets now to a 7 consecutive points for the Titans, and they're back within 4, the closest they've been in the second half, as we hit 3 minutes to go in quarter number 3.
Yeah, Luke Fisher might not be your most conventional point guard, but he definitely is very good at scoring, like I said.
Yeah, for sure. And he's a streaky scorer as well, as there's going to be an offensive foul against Cristo Rey. Good defense by Gabe DuBois. The ball handler got that left hand around and used that off arm to hook, and you can't do that. That is a factual statement by the Trinity student section. You cannot do that. You cannot hook someone. And Sam, I think this is a really big possession here. Titans have got a little bit of momentum finally.
I think if
7 straight points.
I think if they can score here, Cristo Rey will probably call timeout. So this is a pretty big possession, as I say, and almost turn it over.
It's not a good start to the possession, but fortunately, Luke
like
Fisher gathers the loose ball. Yeah. It has not been a pretty possession, and ultimately is a steal. And
tough
bucket. That is a tough bucket. No, credit there to number 1, and that is Tyshawn Lewis.
He's a real scrappy player. He's been
for sure
making those tough plays all day.
That one just rimmed out for Fisher, but it will stay with the Titans as that ball went off of the Royals there. Oh, there's that inbounds pass again, and that play has worked beautifully twice now, as Fisher finds Leland Coleman for an easy 2. Cuts it back to 4.
Trinity's had their shooting struggles tonight, but Leland's been pretty solid, being our leading scorer for this game.
Yeah, especially when he's had, as there's going to be a travel there on Lewis. When Coleman has had chances when he was balanced and near the rim, he's been really good. The couple times I think he struggled is when he shot off-balance shots or one-footed runners. But when he's able to get his shoulder squared like that, I mean, that's easy money. All right, so after that turnover, again, another chance to cut it under 4.
Ooh.
Fires it across to Chaikin, but that was a tough pass to handle. Fisher gets in the lane. I said that's where I like him, but even that shot not going. But here's Leland with the putback. And again, once he gets his shoulder square, like I said, he's money with his shoulder square. So that's cuts it to 2. And this is as close as the Titans have been in this half.
It's like the students are really turning up the volume here.
Yeah, that's what we need. And Titans in that
Trying to see
2-3
us
zone.
get the stop and take the lead or tie it up.
And a hand on it by Gabe DuBois, and Luke Fisher picks up the loose ball. Chance to tie it. He does, and one. As
That's
Luke
huge.
Fisher, and that is great to see that emotion from Luke Fisher.
Students are loving it.
That is really, I think, a lot of frustration coming out from Fisher. And there's that timeout that you talked about that Cristo Ray had commented. So I think it's a very good timeout by their coaching staff. And now this makes it, I believe, let me see, this is a 13-2 run for the Titans to come back and tie this game. And Fisher's going to have a chance to put Trinity ahead when we come out of this timeout. And the key, I think, Sam, has been 2 things. Defensively being more active and offensively getting shots around the basket. I mean, you look at this 13-2 run, it's been basically all points in the paint.
Yeah, you know, the first half they missed a lot of outside shots, so I think Blazer probably made points of emphasis to get inside, get closer look to the basket, and, you know, Leland Coleman and Luke Fisher have just been opening it up down there. That's been huge, and, you know, coming into this third quarter, they really started they didn't have the best start. Cristo Ray got out to the biggest lead of the game so far, but the Titans were able to rally and get this opportunity to take this lead with this free throw.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, definitely no matter what happens this next 9 minutes and 15 seconds, I think proud of the Titans for when shots were not falling, kept battling, kept defending. And that's the thing. As long as you defend, you got a chance because you keep yourself in the game. And then attacking the basket, not settling, has led to turning that 11-point deficit into a tie with an opportunity to take the lead. And Fisher connects. And Trinity has the lead for the first time since the first half.
Now let's see how Cristo Ray responds to this run. You know, the second half so far has been back and forth. Now, both teams getting out to 2 runs. I'm interested to see how this rest of the third and fourth quarter goes.
Yeah, for sure. And especially they called that timeout. So, you think they wanted to settle their guys down, get a good look. That's a nice block by Leland Coleman, but he did step out of bounds. There's only going to be 8 on the shot clock. So good job by Coleman there. And Cristo Ray has not done particularly well in these late shot clock situations. Had a little bit of they for some reason reset the shot clock there to 30, so they're going to put it back at 8 where it should be. That's why we're having a very slight delay here. Actually, it's at 9 when the whistle blew. And the student section fooled Cristo Ray with the calling 3-2-1, and he shot it with 5 on the shot clock. Unfortunately, not able to secure that rebound.
Looks like that one was orchestrated by Jack Toscano.
Well, he's got a basketball IQ just like he's got a football IQ.
He's got something.
Yeah, it's going to potentially be at William & Mary where he's going to need all kinds of IQ. But I also saw Jack picked up that Norfolk State offer this week, which is great to see. But it is unfortunate because they had to stop there. You have to secure that rebound. And I think Chaikin tried to rebound it with one hand and did go out of bounds. So now they have to do it all over again. And Cristo Ray, again, being super patient. Shot clock into single digits again. And Carter Schuma, the problem is he's just so strong. He cut off the ball handler, but that little bump, which most guys would just fight through and we play on, he knocked the player off stride because Carter is so strong. It is only the first team foul on the Titans here in the second half with 24 seconds to go. So no problem there, although it does reset the shot clock.
That's a really bad foul because before the Titans would have had an opportunity to have the last possession of the half.
Yeah, well, they may, after all,
let's
see what this one's going to be. A 50-50 ball. They're going to call it on Leland Coleman, and that is I I mean, that would be a tough call either way. I mean, there is contact, but it's just a 50-50 ball. Both guys going for it. Not sure how you can deem who fouled who there, but
I think they're just putting on Leland because he's just such a bigger person.
yeah. Well,
So,
like same thing like you said with we just said with Shuma, where he did kind of just was bigger than the kid.
yeah.
Leland doing a good job defending here. Quarter down to the last 10 seconds.
It's like they're going to hold for last shot.
Yeah, and they fool him again
And
with the
another
count, but they get
rebound.
another rebound. And a block
Another
by
block.
Coleman and no shot. So
Good.
Titans are going to
defensive
go into the
stand
fourth
to end
quarter with
third
the
quarter.
lead. Yeah, it was, and you know what? It was a very good defensive stand, and it was a long defensive stand because they had to get 3 stops between the foul on, well, first of all, not getting the rebound on the initial miss, then the foul on Shuma, then the foul on Coleman.
It almost felt like a goal line stop
It did.
there.
It did. Hopefully we don't fumble coming out of it. But no, it's funny because it's funny you made the football reference because I was just about to say that you rarely in basketball hear the stat time of possession. That's more of a football thing.
Yeah.
But that is one thing. Like Cristo Rey has really run the clock, and sometimes that can be frustrating if you're the Titans, where
Yeah, it's
you're
hard to
playing
get
so much
into a rhythm.
defense. Yeah, if you're on the defensive end 65, 70, 75% of the time, you finally get your hands on the ball, there can be that tendency to really want to rush. And I think we saw that a little bit with a couple possessions where they did rush shots. And I mean, Luke Fisher made that free throw to put the Titans ahead with 1:15 to go in the third quarter. And I know it's distracting when the student section is calling your name, Sam, but I just wanted to point out that Luke Fisher put the Titans ahead with 1:15 to go in the third quarter, and they never got the ball again. The last 1:15, Cristo Rey had it despite we playing with a 30-second shot clock.
Yeah, no, I think Cristo Rey's definitely executed their game plan very well today. They're very well coached, forced a lot of turnovers, taking pretty good care of the ball, as you said, held the ball for the whole 1:15 despite not being able to score. But it's it'll be interesting how this fourth quarter pans out.
Yeah, no question. So it's really all to play for here. Titans go into the fourth with a 1-point lead.
Yeah, anybody's game right now.
I mean, whoever wins this quarter wins the game. And the Titans start the quarter with Alex Chaikin, Luke Fisher, Carter Shuma, Leland Coleman, and Gabe DuBois. So for the normal starting 5, DJ Covington still getting a rest right now.
Yeah.
And Fisher was able to get a hand on that one. And with 12 seconds on the shot clock, we're going to have yet again probably single digits on the shot clock by the time Cristo Rey is able to get a shot up.
Yeah, no, I do.
Sorry to interrupt, but that now means they've had the ball in a game clock over 1.5 minutes now since the Titans have touched it. And now the Titans have it. Luke Fisher with a steal. He will take this all the way and score. And in those situations, Luke, he ain't looking to pass.
No,
I mean, he's looking to take it
got
right in the
tunnel
heart of the
vision
defense.
there.
He does, but that's what he does best. Finishing in transition, he's really good at that.
I think he's also just a very big rhythm player.
Yes.
You know, when
it's a great point.
When either he's on, he'll make all his shots, or he'll be off. So right now, he's turned up the heat in the second half and really helped us break open.
Absolutely, and you see him displaying some emotion, which I love to see. I mean, for these guys, they put so much into it, and now to be playing in front of hundreds of fans, home opener, you had not the first half you necessarily wanted to, and when Luke had that and one, I mean, you just saw the emotion and the excitement, and him letting that out, and you kind of saw it again there as Cristo Rey calls the timeout. Luke is just encouraging his teammates, and
he's definitely one of the biggest leaders on this team.
He is, but if you know Luke, he's a quiet kid off the court.
Yeah,
but he also he eats, sleeps, and breathes the game of basketball, and this just means a ton to him. So seeing him be that leader and show that emotion is really encouraging. In his maturation process, in this program and in this school. So Fisher has got a bunch, I think, set maybe 7 of the last 9 points for the Titans. And Cristo Rey called a timeout there. They're down to 1 timeout to go in the game.
That's huge, especially when your first option, Alex, is just not having a great shooting night, to be able to step up and really take the game into your own hands and give your team the lead is huge.
It is indeed. And once again, late shot clock, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. The buzzer didn't go, but the zeros did, and the officials were hip to it, although actually may have been a break for Cristo Rey because that ball ended up in the hands of Leland Coleman.
Yeah, that
in
would
the
have been a
court.
breakout dunk for sure.
Yeah,
Whether
that
he would
could've
have made it
brought
or
the-
not is up to question. But
Yeah, exactly. Right. Well, that if he made it, that would have brought the roof off this place. So, in a weird way, Cristo Rey actually benefits from the shot clock violation because they had just turned it over anyway. Fisher, oh, that's a good play coming out of the timeout, getting the ball down low to Coleman, but he missed the layup. Well defended by the Royals, and that's going to go. That is off his knee. Let's see. He saw it. Yeah, good call. That ball was deflected and finally went off of the knee of Walters there.
Even if he didn't get that ball
Or Turner,
deflected off, Leland Coleman was right on him. So
yeah, he was going to block it, although probably they would have retained possession just based on how his body was positioned. It probably would have gone out of bounds, but I don't think he was going to score. Leland was hot on his heels, and Leland's provided a lot of energy here in the second half as now he gets the ball, gets his shoulders square and hits. And I'm going to keep saying it. When his shoulders are square, he's almost automatic.
yeah, there's a reason he's got those D1 offers. So.
Oh, yeah, Leland's upside is tremendous. His length, got a good feel for the game. They step out of bounds there on the baseline, and it's been a while since Cristo Rey scored, and it's now an 18-2 run across 2 quarters here as Malik Bruce stepped out of bounds there, although Fisher's going to need someone to throw it into, and Alex Shakin runs back, and Fisher will slowly bring it across the timeline.
I think this point in the game right here is probably one of the most important parts
Absolutely.
we've seen so far.
Absolutely.
You know.
You get a bucket here, extend that lead as Du Bois looks for 3, and he
That's
hits.
huge.
It is huge. It absolutely is. Gets the crowd going, keeps the momentum going. Now a 21-2 run. And another miss for the Royals. Good rebound by Gabe Du Bois. He's hit 2 threes today.
Yeah, like I said earlier, he can really shoot the lights
Shaking
out.
deep. Oh, gosh. I think we're all rooting for Alex to make that first 3 in here. It'll be the first of many, I can promise you that.
Yeah, no, he's definitely has a really, really bright future. For the rest of the time, he's wearing the jersey for the Titans, so.
Another good inbounds play and a layup for Leland Coleman. That's the 3rd time that Fisher has hit Coleman on those underneath inbounds.
You know, that duo, Fisher and Coleman, have really led this team in this game,
No
especially
question.
in the second half.
And I was going to say that those inbounds plays also are a real credit to the coaching staff. You work a lot on inbounds plays in practice, and that shows the guys are paying attention, and they're drawing up good stuff that's getting Coleman open. So,
Leland's gotten a couple blocks this second half.
yeah,
really,
he's played really well in the second half.
Very high energy.
Both ends of the court. And another rebound for Carter Schuma, but he throws it away. Not sure there, but that's got to be a charge. Yes!
Yep.
Gabe Du Bois with a charge. And Gabe Du Bois has provided some great minutes, although.
Looks like he might be banged up a little bit.
Yeah, I think his head, I think maybe his head hit the floor on that charge. So Mark Hall coming out, and you hate to see that, especially, I love to see a kid take a charge and put his body on the line for his team.
Yeah, he's just made 2 huge plays in the last 2 minutes. So.
Yep, absolutely. Actually, it's not his head. I was able to see a replay here. I think it might have been knee to knee.
You know, you hate to see that because Gabe's one of the best track runners in the state. So
Yeah.
let's hope he's all right.
Yeah, it looks like as he planted to take that charge, I think he got the Cristo Rey player got a knee into Gabe's knee,
Yeah.
and
You know, hopefully he's just banged up and nothing's damaged.
right, exactly. I mean, certainly we all know that banging knees can hurt. I mean, Gabe Du Bois has had a big impact on this game with a couple threes, some great defensive plays, and even just loose balls and taking that charge that he just did. So
Looks like DJ Covington's seeing his first minutes of this fourth quarter now that Gabe's gone down. So
yeah, DJ was already at the scorer's table to check in. I don't know if he was going to necessarily go in for Gabe or someone else, but one of the real benefits on this coaching staff is we also have orthopedic doctor Steve Reese, who specializes in exactly these type of sports injuries.
Yeah, I'm
so
hearing
he's
that
down there.
it's actually his ankle.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's better than knee probably. Gabe definitely in some pain, but
good thing we got Coach Hall here, one of the best in the business for sure.
yeah, with Coach Hall on one side and Dr. Reese on another,
Yeah.
he's in great hands. No
I've
doubt about
definitely
that.
spent a lot of time in Coach Hall's room over my 4 years.
Yeah, how's that arm doing?
You know, it's back in business.
Nice, nice. Hopefully, you get back in the boxing ring soon. All right, so yeah, Du Bois definitely, I think, is going to be certainly done for the day based on how he came off, but hopefully maybe just an ankle sprain and something that won't keep him out for too long because he's provided some really good minutes here.
Yeah. You do hate to see him go out, but seeing the senior team leader DJ coming in should help with the tempo.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt him. I just wanted to point out, though, this is for the first time today, Cristo Ray's gone man-to-man. So that's a little bit of a change. Anyway, didn't mean to interrupt. But to your point on DJ, yeah, I mean, I think DJ in the first half, when everyone was struggling a little bit, kept them in it with his hustle plays and his defense. And yeah, he hasn't played as much in the second half, but good to see DJ back out there. And DJ's going to right on cue, DJ Covington with a backdoor in the layup. Good pass by Leland Coleman. And the Titans now on a 25-2 run. So
that was a really beautiful pass by Leland. Set him right in stride. DJ just laid it in.
Yeah, good ball reversal there by the Royals. But now that the ball is going through the basket, you just see the Titans playing with more energy at both ends. Good save by Fisher. Over to Alex Chaikin. Alex gets it to Shuma. Ball reversal and great job sharing the ball. Leland
was looking to make an Instagram post right there. Maybe not the smartest play, but gets to the line regardless.
But we'll take the 2 free throws. I think the chances of him converting a dunk from where he took off were slim for anyone.
No.
But he got the foul and just keeping that momentum. But great job by Luke Fisher to save that ball. It looked like it was heading out, and Luke put his body on the line, diving across the sideline to save that one. So if the Titans can hang on, that will put them in tomorrow night's Travis Invitational Championship. 12-point lead now. With the way the defense has been playing, you got to feel pretty confident. But
yeah, they haven't been having a great shooting night, but defense has been there all game. The energy's been there all game, and with only about 3.5 minutes left, that really could all you need to win. So
yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely, Sam. So one thing that's going to be a little tough for Cristo Ray is just they haven't hit many threes, and they take a lot of time with the ball. And in 3 minutes to go, and you're down 15. It's going to make it tough to come back as Luke Fisher hits the three right in front of the student section, and Luke is having fun playing with emotion.
Yeah, no, he really opened this whole second half up.
Absolutely. Good job there by Leland to change the shot. Carter Shuma, though, stepped out of bounds. And it's funny, man. Carter, I think, he dribbled to avoid running into DJ, but then that actually took himself out of bounds. And Carter's going to be frustrated with that one. And a nice job by Chaikin there to get his hands on that.
Yeah, that's a tough pass to make.
It is a tough pass to make, and I think one of the differences you've seen is these underneath inbounds plays, the Titans have converted for money, and Cristo Ray has not been able to score. In fact, this time having a struggle to even get it inbounds, and in fact, they don't get it inbounds as that's a turnover. So,
this Titan team does have good length, so they've been really dominating the interior so far.
Yeah, and certainly they'll see some teams as the year progresses that are a little bigger than these fellas from Cristo Ray, but they have used that to their advantage, and just from that midpoint of the third quarter, you got to love what you've seen here on this now 28-2 run.
Yeah, I think you really got to give props to Luke Fisher, Leland Coleman, and Coach Blazer for being able to get his guys reined in and be able to execute.
Absolutely. DJ Covington with the spin move there. A little bit of a tough shot. I do think this is where, with 2:45 to go, is where I would put a premium on. Let's run the clock, get great shots, not just good shots.
Yeah, at this point, you really just got to execute and simple plays, but effective ones, and not try anything crazy, and just try to close this game out in a smart way.
Yeah, exactly. Tough shot there, but it's going to go for the and one there. That was Delonte Ford with the bucket and the foul. That foul is going to go. I didn't see who the foul was on. I don't know if you did there, Sam.
Yeah, I couldn't catch that.
I think it was Alex Chaikin with his first foul. Another good rebound by Carter Schuma. And a great outlet pass as well. Love the way Carter rebounds. I mean, there is no nice move by Coleman.
That was pretty.
Like, it's just complete, like, two hands, goes and gets it. No hesitation. And Carter just uses his frame so well. And that was a nice move by Leland. And, again, when Leland is squared up and going to the basket, he's one of the best around. He just needs to make sure he doesn't make it tougher on himself by getting out of that posture. So under 2 minutes to go. Titans up 13. That's a nice play. Chaikin with a left-handed layup. Great pass by Coleman. And another thing that's been underrated, I think, a little bit about Leland Coleman is his passing ability. He has several assists today.
Yeah, he had that one real nice pass to DJ Covington a few minutes ago, and then another one to Alex Chaikin there, who has a great touch around the basket.
Yeah, exactly. That was a nice left by Chaikin on the left-handed reverse. Really good skill. DJ Covington looks to take the charge, and he does. That is another charge taken by the Titans. You love to see that.
Yeah,
minute 21 to go.
That's just the player DJ is, He might not be, as Griffin Wright's checking in, but he doesn't always put up the most points, but he always makes the biggest impact plays, and the Titans are definitely letting him hear it there.
Yeah, they were chanting he's a freshman, and that's not true. That is not a factual statement.
No, he's 18 years old.
Yeah, DJ has been here as long as just about anybody, but, sometimes it's good to be factual and sometimes it's good to joke, and DJ seemed to like it. All right, you're right. Yeah, Griffin Wright, Miles McClendon in for the first time as well with just over a minute to go.
Ooh, tough pass
that
there.
pass a little bit behind DJ, and Miles comes in and he commits a foul there as the Royals are going to go to the line here for two with 1:05 to go. Jack Hoyle and Connor Simonton are preparing to come in the game. They each got some second quarter minutes and provided some good energy. Good to see those seniors coming back in, and then Colin Edsel is also getting an opportunity.
Like DJ Covington and Carter Schuma, Colbridge have been seeing their last minutes for tonight. I think especially DJ and Carter, both been making really high energy plays all day.
Yeah, no question.
Definitely dominated the boards. So,
all right, Lamar Walters made the second of the two free throws, missed the first, and Titans with a 14-point lead as Griffin Wright looks to bring it across. Just under the 10-second count.
Nice pass.
Yeah, Miles McClendon got it stolen, and Walters is able to track down the loose ball. Turner back to Walters. Good defense by Connor Simonton. Keeps him out of the lane.
Nice move.
It was a nice move. It's a good rebound by Jack Hoyle. Good pass by McClendon. Griffin Wright
thinks about the three, but it's called for the travel. Misses the shot either way.
Yeah, the pivot foot, I think, slipped on him there. So with 26 seconds to go, shot clock is off. Oh, let me tell folks who are watching, I believe we are going to have Coach Blazer join us for a post-game interview. So about to get his first win as the head coach of the Trinity Episcopal Titans, and
it's got to be a great feeling.
No question. Wasn't easy to get there, but sometimes those are the sweetest ones. So
yeah, I know you had your first win as a Titan about 30 years ago. So
something like that, Sam. Well, Sam, it was a pleasure. We'll be back for the championship tomorrow night, right, with the girls at 5:45. Boys will be in the 7:30 championship game.
Yep.
You going to be here?
I will be. I think I'm calling the championship game, so that'll definitely be another fun one.
All right. Well, I will be here. You will be here. We will be here. Hopefully our viewers will be either here with us in person or back on the stream. Stick around as we're going to have Coach Blazer join us in just a minute. Final score, Titans 48, Royals of Cristo Rey 36. And Sam, I'm going to give you the chance if you want. You don't have to. Do you want to give a player of the game shout before you turn the mic over?
You know, I'm going to give it to Leland Coleman this game, although Luke Fisher also, I'm sure, will be your player of the game just because he's deservingly so. But, you know, I think Leland really had a bunch of big blocks, a lot of huge momentum plays, and to put up a bunch of points, so a little bit of everything. I think he was just definitely the most dominant player out on the floor, and he was, you know, he had it going all 4 quarters. He had a good first half and a good second half, so I'm going to give it up to Leland.
Yeah, no, I thought Leland was excellent, especially in the second half, and ends up as the leading scorer on the day. And not sure about rebounding, but if not leading or right near the top, no, I'm good with that. I do think Luke Fisher, though, you're right. In the late third and early fourth quarter, he's the one that scored several buckets that took the Titans from being at a deficit to the lead. So I'm good with either one of those. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it to you. So our Chick-fil-A player of the game today. Mission Barbecue player of the game today is Leland Coleman. And stick around as Coach Blazer should be joining us here in just a minute. Sam, we'll see you tomorrow night.
All right.
Blazer, we'll tell you once again that the broadcast schedule for tomorrow will be the Titan girls at 5:45. We don't know their opponent yet. It'll come from the winner of the Central Virginia home school against Catholic High School. And then the boys will play at 7:30 against the winner of Churchill Academy from right here in Richmond. And they're also playing Catholic High School from Virginia Beach. So could be Trinity versus Catholic potentially in both finals, but we'll have to see what these games bring the rest of the day. The Titans improved to 101 on the season. Took the close loss at Stewart on Wednesday, but after frankly, 2.5 quarters where the ball just did not seem to want to go in the basket. Really strong last 12 minutes of the game. At the midpoint of the third quarter, I think the Titans had 16 points. In the last 12 minutes, they score 32. So literally 2/3 of all the points scored in the game were scored in the last about third of the game, if that makes sense. So really just finally were able to get some rhythm offensively, get some transition buckets. Saw the ball go through the hole a few times, and that made all the difference. And the defense was really there the entire time. Impressed with the defensive effort for sure. But looking forward to getting Coach Blazer's thoughts on the game. He will be with us very, very shortly. I think he's making his way up here now to our location up on the balcony. And we'll hear what he thought. All right, so we've got Coach Blazer joining us here. Congratulations, Coach. Put these headphones on and want to congratulate you. First win, not just of the season, but of the Coach Blazer era.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate it.
So talking about this game, clearly the first really 2.5 quarters, the ball just didn't want to go in the basket. I thought you guys were getting good looks, but just a lot of shots that just were off. And then, as I was just saying, we had 16 points at the middle of the third quarter, end up scoring 32 points in basically a quarter and a half. What for you, what changed? What was the difference that allowed the guys to hit that momentum?
I think we just tried to simplify it for them. I mean, they're playing hard the whole game.
Yep.
I thought we were pressing a little bit in terms of we're a little tight early, trying to do too much. But like you said, sometimes things don't go exactly as you planned. And I thought our biggest thing was try to get some sense of urgency, but at the same time, keep them calm. It's a long game. Just take it possession by possession. I thought our guys did a good job. I mean, our guys are working really hard every day in practice, and they want to be really good, and they're listening, and they're coachable. And we're getting there. I mean, it's our second game, and some of these teams have played 5-6 games, so we're getting there, and we'll be ready to go tomorrow night.
Yeah, and for sure. And I mean, I think one thing we pointed out on the broadcast, just to remind Titan fans that there's really no one on this team that's played a varsity home game in front of fans. There isn't. Not basically. There isn't. No one out there has played in front of several hundred people here supporting them, and I think you could see the nervousness. Want to talk a little bit about Alex Shakin. I mean, we know that he can really shoot the ball. He shot it well at Stewart and shoots it well most of the time. He had some great looks, and the ball wasn't falling for him. Do you, in that instance, are you telling him keep shooting, or are you just not really saying anything, or the
Yeah.
assistant coach is in his ear? What was the message there?
I think the message is keep shooting, but at the same time, you got to be doing things to help the team when the ball's not going in, whether that be defense or rebounding or loose balls or just being vocal and talking, make sure we're in the right places. He's a young kid. He's going to keep getting better, but I thought all our guys did a really good job. Especially, I thought Luke and Leland really helped us kind of lead the charge there when we got going in the second half. I thought they had those two, especially Leland and Luke, had great poise. Didn't at halftime they were calm. We got everyone together. They did a great job leading the guys, getting them ready to go in the second half. And we just said, we're going to simplify it. We pulled off the pressure. You got to give them a lot of credit. They came out and played really hard, and we're prepared for pressure. So hats off to Cristo for that. But we just simplified things and just took it possession by possession. We had a shot clock, so we knew like at some point we would get back into the game. And I thought we settled down. We started passing the ball a lot better. We kind of chucking it around the gym early. And we made some really good passes late. And obviously when you can get deflections and get out in transition, things are always better. So
No question. And one thing that struck me, and one stat I always like to look at, is the percentage of baskets that are assisted. And I think for a large chunk of the game, most of what was happening was kind of one-on-one. But in the phase of the game where we were stringing together buckets, it was mostly a great pass leading to an easier shot. Leland had some great passes. You had 3 out of bounds underneath that led from Luke to Leland for great buckets. So I think you're exactly right that the passing and sometimes making that extra pass was a crucial point as well. Is there a particular play? There may not be, but sometimes in a game there's a one play that you can look back and say that was the turning point for you. Was there a play that would meet that description?
I mean, honestly, it was the charges that we took. In my opinion, I thought we did a great job. Those were momentum changing plays for us. We get a bucket, but then they came down, they commit a charge, and that kind of really got us going. We were able to string those points together. But I just thought the pass aheads in transition were really good. Luke found a couple guys, and then Leland had one pass ahead off the left wing for a big shot, and I thought that was huge for us too. So the out of bounds plays, all that stuff, we'll clean all that up. We'll get ready, and as we get into more games, we'll get smoother and better execution for sure.
Yeah, so get you out of here on this. I know you want to get in the locker room with your guys. Appreciate you taking the time for sure. Also, just want to congratulate you. I mean, you've obviously won many, many games as a coach, but your first year here, first home game. Just can you put in perspective like what it means for you to get your first win here as the head coach of Titan basketball?
Yeah, it means so much. I mean, following your footsteps, Coach. There's a lot of banners up there and a lot of success here that's occurred recently. And so I'm so excited, and I've been overwhelmed in a great way for how supported I have been in this transition. And, our staff is great too. It's not a one-man show, and they do such a great job helping these kids that they have a lot to learn. Like you said, last year was a different year. And so they you got to play games and you got to get experience from there. So, yes, I'm so excited. I look out. There's a great student section, which is makes it so much fun for our guys.
Yeah.
And I know they'll be ready to go for tomorrow night for this championship in our tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more, and can't wait for tomorrow night. We'll be here again for 7:30. We'll see who that opponent's going to be. But I know one thing I always felt the most pressure was the semifinal of your own tournament. You don't want to get knocked out of that first game of your own tournament. And obviously with those shots not falling for a while, it had to be a little bit of some nerves, for you as well as clearly the players. But put it together, Great job, like you said, by Luke, Leland, and the guys to pull it out and end up winning by double figures. So congratulations, Coach. First win of many.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for joining us, and we will be back tomorrow night. For all who watch, really appreciate y'all viewing in on TESPN here. So once again, tomorrow night, 5:45, Girls Championship, 7:30, Boys Championship. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.